One of the many trends that we're going to see accelerated significantly is direct-to-consumer. Direct-to-consumer is not about having a bigger buy now button on your website. It's a state of mind. We've created a playbook, 6 steps for D2C success, and it covers many different topics, from how brands co-create with their customers to collapsing the gaps between strategy and the end experience. I talked to one of the leading playbook contributors, Charlie Wade from VMLY&R. Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Charlie Wade, who's a group director and head of direct-to-consumer at VMLY&R, live from New York. Charlie. Now, I suppose it can be characterized to say that for certain people, D2C was a way in which they could go direct to consumers as a channel, and that's about all. But of course, D2C is much bigger than that, isn't it? It's fundamentally a state of mind.
Completely. I completely agree with that. What we used to find was that companies were thinking about maybe going D2C, and they either saw it as being an e-com issue, or worse, just being a tech issue. And that's really not the case. It's very much about a culture and about a commitment. And that kind of starts with a customer promise, or at least a central promise. So you see that across a number of different brands. If we take someone like Highbar, which is committed to removing plastic from shampoo, they have a soap-based version. They've taken themselves off Amazon Prime because it's not plastic free. We then look at someone like Sephora, who've developed an amazing loyalty scheme that's very much about inviting the customer in. Or finally, someone like Nike, who did seemingly the unthinkable when they took themselves off Amazon completely to protect their brand,
which pretty much shocked the industry.
Absolutely right. But what they were saying is that customer commitment, their brand was more important than short-term revenue. And if you take that a little bit further, in many ways, there's no better example than someone like Victoria's Secret versus someone like American Eagle's Aerie brand, where the latter is very much about thinking what their customer wants, what they can be for their customer, and how they represent their customer. And so that brand has gone from strength to strength, whereas its competitor really finds itself in a tricky position today.
Now, you're one of our core authors of our publication of the 6 steps to D2C success. Give us just 3 of those steps that you think are the most critical in really creating a thriving and sustainable and customer-centric D2C business for the new normal.
So the 3 that I've picked in particular are, firstly, don't sell a product, tell a story. I think it's really important for brands to think before and beyond the buy button. It's not just the role of driving conversion. It's about building a relationship with a customer. It's about telling a particular story about the product, why it's important, and how it fits into the customer's life. Be a curious collaborator. This is something that I think has been important and was growing even before the coronavirus, but will become even more important after it. There are just some things that brands would like to do, but maybe don't have the ability to do because of skill set, tech, or ability. So looking elsewhere for other partners who can help unlock opportunities in a way that's rewarding for both parties is hugely important. And finally, be mission focused. This is arguably the most pivotal area of D2C. And this is about thinking, what do you stand for? What does your brand stand for? But most importantly, what does it mean to the customer? What is the commitment to them? And how does that run through everything from, be it free shipping and returns, all the way through to how you stand up and present yourself to the world? These are hugely important things that will impact not just the way that your customers think, but quite possibly the way that your company thinks about themselves internally too.
Well, to find out what the other 3 steps are, to make our 6 steps, you're going to have to download the report, and you'll get how to do that a little bit later on in the program. But for the moment, thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Thank you for having me.